So our presentation is on mindfulness and substance use tendencies. For introduction, this study is examining trait mindfulness and substance use in women. And mindfulness is defined as the awareness that emerges through paying attention on purpose in the present moment. And substance use is defined as the use of substances such as psychoactive drugs, alcohol, and other substances. Topic important. So why is our topic important? Our topic of substance use in women and mindfulness activity is important because alternative methods such as the 12-step processes or others cannot assume general ability, and that is from Bales et al. And everyone has access to mindfulness, so it's pretty accessible. Substance use abuse treatment combined with mindfulness techniques has a higher likelihood of achieving progress via treatment, persistence, usage, costs. Substance use disorders are a severe and pervasive public health concern, and the intervention of mindfulness-based relapse prevention program could decrease the issue. Mindfulness-based interventions reduce substance use by decreasing stress reactivity and restructuring the reward process. So our research question is there a correlation between men and women in their mindfulness and substance use tendencies? Our hypothesis was women will have higher mindfulness levels and lower substance use tendencies when compared to men. So for our methods, we had 228 participants, which consisted of 174 females and 54 males. We recruited via online media, emails, QR codes, and we used 4 measures. So we used the Audit C, the Audit C drug, the DAS-20, and the CAMS-R. So the Audit C is a measure of alcohol consumption. The Audit C drug is a modified scale measuring drug consumption. The DAS-20 is a measure of drug abuse. And the CAMS-R is our measure of mindfulness, trait mindfulness. Methods continued. For our Audit C measures, if any option other than never is selected, a point will be given, and 4 points classifies as abnormal. For the Audit C drug, if any option other than never is selected, a point will be given. 4 points classifies as abnormal. For the DAS-20, this scale utilizes yes or no questions, with yes responses gaining 1 point and no responses gaining 0 points. Scores over 16 are considered severe. And for the CAMS-R, options 1 to 4 are given, points are given for each option, and higher scores indicate higher levels of mindfulness. And 3 of the questions are reverse scored. So a sample question from the Audit C is, how often do you have a drink containing alcohol? A sample question from the Audit C drug is, how often do you use substances? A sample question from the DAS-20 is, have you used drugs other than those required for medical reasons? Our sample question from the CAMS-R is, it is easy for me to concentrate on what I'm doing. So again, participants were distributed a survey powered by Qualtrics via social media, emailing, or QR codes. Our survey included screening questions to ensure participants were over 18 and identified as male or female. Each participant answered the 43 questions from the scales in order they are listed above. So the Audit C, the Audit C drug, the DAS-20, and the CAMS-R. On average, most participants took 10 minutes or less to complete the survey. So for our results, our study included 174 females and 54 males, and we used an alpha level of 0.05 in measuring all statistical tests. The CAMS-R Cronbach's alpha was 0.887, and the DAS-20's Cronbach's alpha was recorded as 0.842, showing that both scales were a reliable tool in our data collection. Analysis of our data found that there was a small negative correlation between the CAMS-R and the DAS-20 scales. Another small negative correlation was found between CAMS-R and the ACD-1. This shows that those who have higher mindfulness levels also have lower substance use tendencies. Um, so another independent samples t-test with a confidence level of 95% was conducted on the data collected from the DAS-20 and found that males and females had a significant difference in scoring. So for our discussion, our hypothesis was not supported. We found that males and females had no significant differences in mindfulness levels, and males and females did not have significant differences in drug use. Our results indicate that while there are small differences in males and females, there is not enough significance to suggest our hypothesis was supported. An implication of the study is this means that while we found no statistically significant differences in gender, there is a significant correlation between mindfulness and substance use. Limitations in future research. So one limitation we had is our sample included more females. We had 174 females and then over males. So males, we had 54 males. Future research should focus on recruiting an equal ratio of males to females. Another limitation is all measures were self-reported. So future research should focus on other measures such as observational measures. Another limitation of our research was our sample size was small. So future research could focus on incentives when recruiting participants. And then another limitation we found was the time available to research. So future research may find different results through a longitudinal study.